May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and one father is making it his mission to spread kindness and compassion after he lost his son Hayden to suicide at just 16 years old. Rob Thorsen teamed up with NHL star Trevor Zegras and others to create Shoulder Check, an organization aimed at teaching empathy, especially among young athletes. And they both join us now. Trevor, Rob, thank you for being here to talk about such an important cause that's near and dear to each of your hearts. And Rob, we're going to start with you. According to the CDC, nearly 20% of high school students have considered suicide in the past year. So what do you want young people and parents to know about fighting this epidemic?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing you respond to that, right? That's a pretty staggering statistic.
Yeah.
And I think for our part, the way we looked at that is said, like, sometimes when you hear those kinds of numbers, they can feel distant and kind of shocking, but not exactly actionable. So what we keyed in on was kind of the flip side to that coin, which is, that many young men and women having those kinds of thoughts. If we've got 25% of our young men and women needing mental health support over the course of a year, we also know that nearly 90% of them report the person that they would take help from is a friend. And that's kind of like the path for us here. And that's why we're doing what we're doing, just kind of creating awareness for one another, peer to peer, friend to friend. Because while we might not be mental health practitioners, we are friends and we have family and we have people we can look after. We're all qualified to just kind of look after one another. So that's kind of been like the premise. And that's kind of how we got started on this idea, recognizing that there's something really big happening out there. And sometimes big problems are solved by everybody doing one small thing. And that's what the Shoulder Check is all about, just putting hands on people's shoulders.
Yeah, no matter who you are, where you are, you can always be there for someone else. Trevor, the statistics among young athletes, student athletes, are even more sobering. Suicide rates doubling over the past 2 decades. So what conversations do we need to be having? Do you need to be having at the rink and away from the rink, just among your peers?
Right, like kind of what Rob just touched on, like looking out, checking in, all things that are very easy to do, and you don't realize maybe the impact that maybe that phone call or that conversation has with a friend or with whatever they're dealing with. So I think it's an easy thing to do, and it can go a long way, and it's very important.
Trevor, let's talk about the name Shoulder Check. You guys say that you're turning kindness into a contact sport. What does that mean? What is Shoulder Check?
I mean, I think I guess it's a funny translation because in hockey, a shoulder check is a very aggressive thing and something that you need to do. And it's a hard thing to do. Whereas I guess in this scenario, it's kind of the opposite. You're checking in and relying on your buddies and your friends and your family. And I think the best thing is just showing love and support for the people that you care about.
Love it. Rob, it's been 3 years now since you lost Hayden. I can't imagine what you've been going through, what that pain must feel like. How do you take that pain and use it in a positive way?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a journey, and I think we're on a path here together on something that we maybe never would have expected to be on. But I think, it just started right from the beginning where when Hayden's passed, a lot of people asked who's going to do what Hayden did now that he's gone. And we realized pretty quickly what Hayden did was exactly this. Like, he was the hand-on shoulder guy. And in that way, this kind of wrote itself. It was like, who's going to do what Hayden did? We all can. And in that way, it's just kind of kept us going down that path where, for us and for me personally, I know honoring who Hayden was and what he did. Yeah. And at the same time, kind of got this universal idea out there that everybody can participate in. And that's kind of the thing that keeps us going, to be honest with you. Self-fulfilling, hand on my shoulder.
Well, thank you so much both for joining us and for the important work you're doing. Rob Thorsen, NHL star Trevor Zegras, we appreciate you joining us in the third hour of GMA. And if you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, free confidential help is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You just call the National or text the National Lifeline at 988.